Good afternoon, Kanawage. Ryan Montour here, updating the community on my portfolios and what I've been doing in my first 2 quarters in council. So I am the lead on public safety portfolio. A lot of work, obviously, with the pandemic going on. I am on active member of the task force right now. As of today, all capacity, 100% capacity is being implemented in the community for all businesses, which include gaming, restaurants, cigar lounges, churches. Restrictions on gathering have all been lifted. I'm happy to say that we are moving in the general direction of back to a state of normalcy. As we stand here today, the state of emergency is not being recommended by the Commissioner of Public Safety. So we will return to a state of recovery and eventually moving forward to a state of normalcy. It's important that we don't take too much time to basically drop all restrictions and measures all at once, just to be on the safe side. You know, I think our goals have been met. At the same time, I'm well aware of the community's mental fatigue and their frustrations with the restrictions that have placed upon us. I said this before, with freedom comes great responsibility. It's also our job as council chiefs and myself to advocate for everybody's social well-being and social stability in the community. So I am hearing it, and I know the most contentious issue right now is still the last very restriction is obviously the masking and the proof of vaccination. We are currently assessing that at high levels, and we will be addressing that very last restrictions and some of the few moving forward, hoping that the situation continues. Along public safety, there's a lot more than just a pandemic and COVID response. We have a lot of different files that fall under the public safety portfolio. You know, I can give you an update on the animal protection law. It is in the second reading now at the KLCC. So we are making amendments to it. At this time, we are looking at a soft date for the end of March to actually give the enforcement aspect of the animal control law. You know, we always hate to react after something happens, so we are trying to be proactive. We are real close to implementing the enforcement aspect of it. So I'll just stand by a little bit more, and once we put it to the community decision-making process, we should have updates coming soon. Also falling under there, we have parole supervision services. As you were aware that parole supervision, Kanawake had taken control of it, and due to an unfortunate incident that happened outside of our control and in a different jurisdiction than us, the Correction Service Canada had actually revoked all supervision for community protection, community supervision services. We did have a contract with a halfway house in Montreal, St. Leonard's, and their contract was actually revoked. But it's my understanding and the position and the way we deal with our own people, we know what's best for our people. So we have fought hard to regain that jurisdiction back, because I believe as a people, our system is even harder. You know, we have worked out an interim solution for that to make sure we are involved in every aspect of parole supervision. So I'm happy to say that we're just waiting to finalize an extension to that agreement. We are working with Villa Maria Regional to access basically the high level confidential stuff that a pro supervisor will do. But I'm happy to say that we are not shut out of that, even though they did Correction Service Canada did do it across the board. A lot of different other things I've been working on. I also am the lead on on my second portfolio is housing. Housing is obviously one of the biggest issues in Kahnawake. You know, I'm here to say that there is a lot of positive developments that are happening in housing. There is an additional allocation of resources being committed to the housing unit. I did make an erroneous error, a minor error. I did mention, I'll take this opportunity to correct the information that was released in the Eastern Door. So I stated in there that the general manager was a general manager. It was actually interim. So I'll apologize for the miscue. Also, a couple other things that seem like they were placed together, but I actually used the data from the 2018 survey, and the surveys that were just completed in December, they're still being analyzed and reviewed. A couple of other ones that I'll make corrections on is there actually isn't a policy writer. The actual official term is a process mapping specialist, and Mrs. Patton's official title is a HR, but the main focus here is that we are allocating the resources needed to fix the housing. Political level for the housing, the direction remains the same, to come up with a strategic plan to address the current needs of housing. I'm happy that they are positively working on it, and we'll have more updates coming soon. You can see some of the statement of balances that were released, and the previous public relations messages that were sent out from both our unit and the housing unit from our communications. So it's looking positive. I still believe the founding guiding principle for myself is every man, woman, and child deserves a place to call home. Some people may not be ready for home ownership, but at least give them a shelter, right? It's one of the three basics that we are looking at. I'll just touch upon what it's like been for myself to be a new council chief. You know, as I stated earlier, we have 2 quarters already gone out of 12. For myself, I'm really enjoying the role that I play. You know, we do get a lot of high level information, and you know, keeping in mind the processes and procedures for being a council chief. There's a fine separation between strategic political direction and operations part of it. So a lot of people have this misconception that the Chiefs are basically 100% in charge of everything, and it's not. That's not actually the case, because Chiefs come and go, and you know the actual operations part of the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake is got to continue to function. I'm happy to say that we have worked well together. The new council table. We look forward to working and continuing the work that needs to be done for our community. There is a lot of contentious issues that we are dealing with, but this is a brand new year, and we are just coming out of the Omicron wave. So there's a lot of good things that are happening, and I'll be the first to tell you. We have been very, very transparent about some of the issues that were in my portfolios, but also with other community issues. There is more to come, a lot more from the housing, a lot more from public safety, and we're going to continue to do the job. I just want to say I want to thank the community for all their past work and helping each other out and keeping us safe and sound, and things are looking bright for us in the future. And I'm going to be part of the solution.